Hello, this is Dean with the Two Party Podcast. Just doing a quick promo on an upcoming episode. We're going to be discussing some of these global protests. I discussed this on an episode I want to say 2 episodes ago, and I don't see the media really reporting on this. We have protests all around the world in different countries: Brazil, Chile, Germany, UK, London's going off. There is just serious outbreak in these protests. Not so much a lot of violence that I'm seeing, a little here and there scattered about in each country, but obviously they deal with things a little differently. A lot more strict justice in those countries. So what we're looking at, I believe, is just kind of a civil uprising against the lockdowns for this COVID. People have had enough. World markets are crashing. People are living in the streets. People are being kicked out. You hear about laws going into effect that you can't, as a landlord, collect your rent, but you also can't kick somebody out of your house. But yet you're still liable to the bank for paying those taxes on that place and any repairs given to keep it up to code. So there's that. And just speaking on these global protests, I'd like to dive a little bit into it, have a little discussion about it. We also are going to very shortly have a discussion with a local Tulsa council member. He agreed to be on the show, do a quick interview. He'd like to discuss some things going on in Tulsa as well as in the nation with our election coming up in November. I think he'd like to have a discussion about that. So we're going to talk a little bit with him about the upcoming presidential election, November 3rd, the importance of that election, as well as probably discuss a little bit of this last primary that we had, or this runoff election, where we had kind of we didn't really have a good turnout, and a lot of things kind of passed in Tulsa I think a lot of people disagreed with. A lot of new, legislation that passed, kind of giving more power to the mayor, more power to the city of Tulsa council to make decisions that a lot of people just did not feel was necessary to let them have that power to do so, giving their legal department a little different, power and say over certain things. So we're going to be looking at these things. We're going to be looking at these protests globally. We're going to be looking at them locally. I'd like to discuss a little bit, get a few interviews with some people. I'd like to reach out for anybody listening in our audience. If you support Black Lives Matter, if you support Antifa, if there's anybody out there that really wants to discuss the topics, the issues, the civil rights protests, the peaceful protests, give us a shout out on our website, twopartypodcast.com. Go to our contact page, submit your info. We require that you submit your info. First off, it gives us an update in our contacts. It puts you in our contacts as a guest for future reference. We can reach out to you for updates on your episode, and we can get updates on what's going on with you later on. But it also gives us your phone number to contact you, so we can talk a little before the show about what content we want to discuss, so that you're comfortable. Some people aren't real comfortable just jumping live recording. And then it also gives me your email. And with that email, how it's set up is that's where we send you the link to call in the show directly as a guest. So anybody can call my number. It's not going to get you too far, other than, if I'm not busy, I can answer the phone to speak with you. But most importantly, if I have your email, I send you a direct link to the show. You can literally call me in the studio, live on the air. We can record you. We can get you as a guest and get the content we need recorded. We usually edit the same day. For those that just curious about the process, we usually edit the same day, get the audio up on several platforms, Apple Podcasts. We go on Spotify, SoundCloud. We're pushing right now. We're getting on iHeart. We're getting on Pandora. We're getting on some of the bigger platforms for a better audience, bigger audience. And so we're pushing that. We're doing real well getting that momentum going for our audience, and that way we can be heard more around the world globally. We have a pretty good audience right now that's picking up momentum. So that's the process. Again, www.2partypodcast.com, and go to our contact page, submit your information. You can be a guest on the show. We can discuss anything from gardening to politics. We really want to touch base on everything here. So again, I thank you for your time. This is just updating you on some upcoming episodes and things to look forward to, highlights of the show. So This is Dean signing off, Two Party Podcast. You guys have a great day.